Hey guys, it's Anthony here from AC Property Group. So this week we're going to be talking a little bit more about how to find your area when starting out in property. We're going to be looking at serviced accommodation this week, so if you want to find out more, stay tuned. Serviced accommodation can be a great strategy for many property investors to start out with, because this strategy requires little to none of your own money to get into, but the cash flow can be huge. However, most investors really struggle to find their area when looking at serviced accommodation. So, how do we do it? Now, the first thing you need to focus on is the tenant profile that's going to be staying in your serviced accommodation. Now, the number one reason why people travel to a serviced accommodation is trade. So you want to be looking for an area that's got high development, and there's reason for tradespeople to be travelling to your specific area. Your second tenant profile is commuters. Now this might be people travelling to the area as guest lecturers or because their business headquarters is in the area. So you want to be looking for areas that meet this requirement. And third and finally, your different type of tenant profile is holiday lets. So these are people that are travelling for holidays. They may be going on short breaks or nights out with friends. So these are the third type of people that you're going to stay in your accommodation. Now, when choosing your location, it doesn't have to be a huge area, but my recommendation would be choose somewhere that's solely business orientated. So you want to be looking for somewhere that's got a local business hubs driving people to your area. Now, I would do this by looking at the local UDP or government plan of the area you're thinking of, because this will tell you if there's going to be business hubs coming to the area or if there's going to be development in the next coming years that's going to drive an influx of people into the area you're looking at. Now, once you've settled on an area, it's really important to make sure that there's transport links and local amenities, because if there's lots of development in the area but you can't get to your accommodation, it's just not going to work. Once you think you've picked your investment area for service accommodation, you want to be looking to make sure that the area is not oversaturated, because there's many areas currently in the UK that work fantastically for service accommodation. However, if you were to put a new unit there, it wouldn't be as successful. So, to do this, I would be looking at data on places like Airbnb and Booking.com to check the current occupancy rates of rooms in the area, as well as the current cost of the rooms. And this will give you a good idea of the demand in the area. There's also sites you can use like AirDNA that will tell you the occupancy rate of an area and also the average room price. Now, don't get caught in the trap of thinking you found a great area because the room rates are high, but you found an area that's oversaturated. What my recommendation at this point, when you think you found a great area to do, is look at historical data. Because what you want to be comparing is what the data was like last year or potentially the year before, to see whether there's now an influx of people doing serviced accommodation in your area, which is going to make it oversaturated when you put your unit there. So you can do this by data on AirDNA. So this will tell you historically what the room prices and occupations were in the area you're looking at. And also there's a great site I use when trying to pick my new investment area for service accommodation, and that's Visit Britain. So Visit Britain carries an archive of historical data telling you the reasons why people are travelling to the area you're looking at, and also how much they're paying for rooms, how much that's gone up and down every year. So it's a great data point to find historical information to see if the area you're looking at is really going to work. And that's everything I do to help me find an area for service accommodation. So guys, I really hope you found that video useful. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, and we're going to be documenting all of our property journey. So if there's anything specific you want to see from me, then like always, drop me a comment in below and I'll make sure I add it into the next videos. See you next time, guys.